A's for app, B's for byte, C's for computer. I feel like we did computer already, though.
No, we didn't. Welcome to the ABC podcast, where a few good mates get together and try to assemble an alphabet from a pointless topic. I'm your host, Anderson Carman.
Yeah,
A fight.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and say I'm your second option, Ian Butler.
Oh!
I'm the one true second option. I'm the third option, Logan Hendry.
Third wheel, even.
Oh.
And today's alphabet, technology.
Those are good robot noises. There's a real robot in here, guys.
Yeah.
Robotic theme song.
Anderson's sex robot.
Maybe we... Oh!
No.
There we go. That's good. S. All right. A is for...
Start.
Is my turn?
Do you have A? Yeah.
Yeah. So
A is for...
two options.
Okay.
Android or Apple.
Oh!
And Android could mean a lot of things.
That's good.
Because Android could be one. Roll with me here.
Okay.
It could be the
Roomba.
Yes. It could be Dagger. Well, presuming he is.
Presumably, that's the question.
You know.
Actually, interesting point. We were trying to watch. We were going to watch 2040.
2049. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to doing it, but Laura's never seen the original Blade Runner. So she's gonna watch.
I was so confused.
I said Deckard. I think it's
Deckard.
Deckard.
Deckard?
So she's gonna watch 2049 without having seen the original. I've seen the original, but it's been a long time.
I think it's doable.
It's a slow movie, but I'm
Oh,
pretty
just
excited.
wait.
I'm pretty excited. I'm sure.
2049 is like 3 hours.
I'm pretty excited. Oh, it is. Yeah, I saw.
yeah.
I was like, well, because we were gonna watch it the other night, and we were like, hey, we're ready. It's 9:00. Let's. Oh no, tomorrow's a work day. We can't.
There's like a whole scene of him it's like 15 minutes of him like walking under an archway, walking to some bees. He looks at them and is like, he walks up to a mansion and then walks around it for like 10 minutes. It's like a whole 15
There's a lot of
minutes.
facial expressions in there.
Oh, is that about me or is that about in Blade Runner? Because he's pretty emotional in Blade Runner. He's just
Can you pause a movie halfway and then start it again, like on another day?
I did that with Godfather. I watched it in like 3 parts.
Well, there are.
No. I watched the first one. Wait. So,
I do that with Lord of the Rings sometimes. I'll just start on the first one and then wait a couple days and then start the second one.
Such an hour?
Part 2.
No, I mean, I watched the original Godfather Part 1 in
like 3 settings.
3 settings, like 1 hour a pop.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I just can't see it.
Disgusting. Unbelievable.
You monster. Okay. But Apple or Android? I'm Apple. Currently, all my stuff is Apple.
I'm Android. Well, phone-wise, I've got an Apple computer. Why? What? Why? I used to be Apple.
Why are you complicating your
Then we
life?
switched plans, and I didn't want. It's not that I didn't want. We just switched phones.
Who's this we you keep?
My family. the person who paid and still pays my phone bill. Thank God.
Okay.
It's nice.
Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, thanks, you, Mom.
Shout them out.
Thank you, Mom.
Dude, I pretty much roll Android and PC, man. Like, those are my 2 things.
Okay.
And Android is pretty much just because, like, the cost of Apple
Yeah.
is
fair.
It's
Yeah.
prohibitive, dude. And then they make it, they purposely make it obsolete after, like, 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I'm not a fan of Apple, but I'm so integrated now.
Yeah.
I just don't know how to use it.
You're like an Apple yourself.
That's what they're trying to do, man.
Well, we were watching a movie on Laura's, I guess it's a Windows computer, and I didn't know how to use it. I was just like,
I'm gonna take my shoes off. Don't look at me like that. You both have your shoes off. What's wrong with you?
Smelly feet. Oh,
No,
oh God.
I got great feet. What do you mean? Beautiful feet.
But yeah, I can't not use.
It's getting kinky.
I have to use Apple at this point, just because I don't know how anything else works. I did the coolest thing today on my phone though. No.
You're
This
inept.
is cool. So it used to be, I would do a drawing, I would scan it onto my computer, and then I would have to text it to myself to post to Instagram.
Ew.
So it was like this long pathway, and then there's like multiple copies of it in weird places.
Why don't you just use Google Drive? Like a
No.
person.
So now what I do, shut up. From my computer, I can use the AirDrop feature, another A, and just send it directly to my phone. And it just sends just that file.
It's like Google Drive.
Yeah, but it's more instant. I don't have to open another third party. Shut up. My way is the best. So
it's like Dropbox a little bit.
Yeah. We'll get to D.
That's gonna be dynamite.
Okay.
I was thinking Dagger.
B is for Bluetooth.
All right. Dude. I like Bluetooth.
I used to think that meant that you had a molar in the back that was blue.
How old were you?
I was a child.
Okay.
I thought like a child. It was last year.
Very recently.
No, I used to think that it was like this molar implant that you put in and you just talked. And
dude, it's getting there though. It's getting there.
I was like, heck yeah.
It's getting there.
There was the Total Recall reboot that they did. People had their phone in their hand, so their middle finger
That's what I'm saying, man.
was the earpiece. And then the bottom of their palm.
You gotta figure your ear.
You know how dumb you would look now?
Because
this number.
It's just this.
Well, that's dumb. But I could just.
That makes sense.
What if you just put the?
Because then they looked down and the screen was all inside their palm, like it was just on their palm.
If technology's that
and then they just
advanced though, why can't it just be in my brain? Why can't I have a contact lens? I'm just saying. I mean, I don't want it honestly, because like technology is already a little scary. But like, if it's like, why would I want to put my finger in my ear to speak to anyone? Like, it just like.
Well, think about it. You could actually.
You could put it in your jawbone or something.
And you could color it blue.
Right, yeah, Bluetooth.
That's what I was saying. You could have like the earpiece in your ear and then an actual tooth microphone.
Oh, see, this is a better thing. It's larger, and I can see the.
This is nice.
This is better. We're talking about
the recording device. You guys, we had a big surge in listens the other day.
That's good.
Really?
Last Tuesday,
Thanks.
we had 66 listens in one day to the vehicles episode. I was like,
good.
what happened?
Are there comments?
No, not yet. Okay. We still need reviews. Review it.
Please, guys.
But thank you for listening.
Here's the thing. Just go to iTunes. We're gonna do a plug. Go to.
Yeah, we're gonna do a plug right now.
Not subtle. I'm not gonna announce it or anything. Give it 5 stars. If you're not gonna give it 5 stars, don't bother.
Close out of your browser.
Give it 5 stars and say it was nice, and that helps. C is for.
This is me. Shoot.
This is kind of easy.
Camera.
Sure. Okay.
What are you gonna do?
Computer.
Oh, that's the.
It's pretty. I mean,
yeah,
okay.
that's good.
So camera.
Camera. You know how cameras work?
No. How do they work?
What? I thought you would know. Being an art student.
Because as soon as you asked that, I was like, no, I really don't. How do they work?
I have a vague understanding of it. Basically, it's like a little bit of a light. It's like a pinhole. I know how a pinhole camera works, basically. It's a small hole, and it captures the shadows and then inverts it onto a different thing, I believe. Is that right-ish?
Sure.
Something like that. There's mirrors involved. Magic.
Is that how like the old one? Because what I love are the old cameras where they have.
You gotta kill a cat before you take a picture.
No, they just have like a bomb on top
metal
of these
slate that slides in.
Yeah,
and then you get gunpowder.
And it cuts the cat's throat. And
that was just to get a flash.
You say a satanic prayer.
The gunpowder thing was just a flash. That was just before light bulbs.
But still,
that's all that was.
That's like the first thing.
There was a gun. That's
Have
why it's called shooting people.
Have you heard my theory on how photography ruined art? Well, not ruined. Changed art.
Well, it took it from realism to where then we stopped caring about realism because cameras could do that. So why do we bother?
Yeah,
and now we're in this postmodernist waste hole.
It's true because all of art history we're just trying to get photoreal, and then you got to the great masters who are painting and sculpting these lifelike things, and then we take a picture. And it is the lifelike thing. And then artists are like, I don't know what to do anymore, so I'm going to draw squares.
I agree with you, but I hate realism also now. Yeah.
Well, I think
that's more as a cartoonist. Like, as a cartoonist, I'm much more interested in, like, simplifying life.
Caricature.
Than, it's so tedious to, like, draw realistic stuff. Like to draw realism.
Why would you?
Now, yes.
Take a photo.
Right. Like,
I'm really impressed when I see someone who can do, like, these colored pencils, and they're like, would you believe that this is a colored pencil drawing? And I'm like,
yes.
No.
Yes, I would, and I don't care.
That's what I'm saying.
But if someone sits down, like, with a model and does that, that's freaking impressive.
Oh, sure, and if they do it in 10 minutes?
Yeah.
I love that. No, seriously, if you can have a live model in front of you and take like a stick of charcoal and like nail it in like 10 minutes, and it's like it's not done, but it's there, and it's like you've captured the essence of that natural figure. That's amazing to me.
Yeah.
But, I mean, isn't it also fair to say that like Renaissance art, sure, like it was concerned, because you have all these innovations, right, in like perspective.
Yes.
I'm still saying this in the history.
Yes.
Because like back in the day, like realism wasn't even possible. It was just like a bunch of 2D people, just like with somebody getting crucified in the middle, just like whoa, what's happening? But then, I mean, even the Renaissance, you got people with freaking sheep legs running around. Like is that like how realistic? I mean, you even look at like the Sistine Chapel. The highly symbolic. In a lot of ways.
It wasn't realistic to our standards today, I don't think. It was just a step in the right direction, which is why everyone loves the Renaissance. Mm-hmm. Well, I love the art from the 1800s. Like, there's a couple periods in the 1800s that I like.
Impressionism, man. Get some of that.
I love Impressionism. Van Gogh is my
everybody loves Impressionism.
Dude,
but like,
I was gonna say Rembrandt and look like
Rembrandt's good too.
But there's some good. I do love. There's some good American artists that were still painting like realistic stuff in the 1800s that I'm just like
that portrait of Washington.
Oh yeah,
delicious,
there's some
dude.
statues in the 1800s too.
Oh.
Anyway, we're being like real art nerds. Anyway.
We'll do an art episode eventually.
Please.
Yeah, cameras suck. No, actually, I like cinematography, but I don't know.
Okay,
I like movies. That's the same.
That's fine. Be careful. That's Raj.
Oh.
Hey, don't touch Raj. Raj doesn't like to be touched.
Raj is my wife's.
Yo, Pooh.
Now he's hugging Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, you can edit that out.
Pooh is my favorite.
I feel like that's half of like what I say at each episode.
I'm just gonna make a super cut. It's gonna be a rap song. You can edit that out.
Set to a beat.
D is for.
Oh, well, I was thinking. Drive is one, like a hard drive.
Okay.
Or a hyperdrive.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Or the movie.
Okay. Movie Drive.
That's a great movie.
Ryan Gosling.
Oh, dude, I think I'm gonna go as Ryan Gosling.
Scorpion jacket. And the hammer.
It's like for Halloween.
Dude, I want that jacket.
Oh,
Get me
it's
that jacket.
good.
I was curious. Like, I was just hearing about Drive, and that's because I was listening to the vehicle episode. Like, literally, like, not on Pooh. No. That's my childhood hero, by the way.
Winnie the Pooh?
Oh yeah. That's like
you can't see it, but Ian is snuggling with a Winnie the Pooh.
Is that a pillow or like?
Sort of.
It's a real flat bear.
He's real
He's
flat.
not.
And then his nose is just sort of sticking out.
And he has
there.
this very low cut shirt.
Yeah,
But he's very
he's
flat.
He's looking hot.
Oh
no! Oh no! Don't do that to my hero. Oh no!
You hooker. But I was also thinking
dirty bear.
Oh, dirty bear. I was also thinking Dagger.
Okay.
Because think about it, technology is a pretty, and then this.
Okay, well this sort of gets to a question. Is like, what is technology? So show you're working.
Story. So the thing is like, there are some people who would argue that primitive tools are a form of technology. So like when the first guy, like when the first guy was like, if I hit these two rocks together, I can make another rock. Or not another rock, but
sharper rock.
Have you seen the YouTube channel Primitive Technology?
Yes.
I love that thing.
So recently he discovered iron. And like it's this crazy thing because he's got these like 5 little like BB sized pellets of iron, and he's like, I've got to harvest like a ton more of this, and this took me like a month.
Yeah.
And you're like, dang, how in the heck? How did they make stuff back then?
I don't. Well,
they had a lot of time on their hands.
I mean, they also had that's fair.
Well, and if you're a king and you just have millions of slaves, what's gonna stop you?
That's the sad part about history is a lot of like the great shit we did was built on slaves. So that's not to endorse slavery in any way. Slavery is really bad.
I mean, you said it was sad. You weren't like,
That's true.
You know what I love about
what's
history?
awesome?
Slavery.
It's really sad. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
now we just pay people, but like we don't pay them right, and
I mean that's what they call it in China.
A form of slavery. I was about to
It is a
say,
form
like,
of
I wonder
slavery.
when we actually started paying people, and it was like, oh right, because we just enslaved a bunch of people.
No, we don't. We just like
I mean, back then
go
also
to other countries where like you barely pay people.
Yeah,
which is still really.
I guess
sucks.
something you were sort of paid with was
love,
army, like.
You get it, going out to
safety,
die for your king.
Cool.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to forced into the army. Yeah. So daggers.
Oh, okay.
I like Daggers better than Drives.
Dagger's good. I didn't write any of these down. I need to do that.
What's wrong with you? That's your job. We pay you for this.
E is for the engine.
Okay. The internet?
No, like engine.
Nice.
Like a car engine?
Yeah, sure.
All right.
Train engine?
Sure.
What kind of
engine? How many engines are there? Let me write this down.
A motorcycle engine, tractor engine. Yeah. They're all sort of the same.
The people who lived in America before Columbus. You're gonna.
Oh no!
That's really bad.
I really didn't even get that joke.
I didn't even hear
engines. It's like a very, you know.
Well, wait.
That's racist. I don't agree with that.
I hate you.
Too far.
I don't know how to recover from that.
So steam engines.
Okay, so
what was the first engine? Was it steam?
I don't know.
Or coal?
I should have researched this.
Well, coal was used to make steam.
Crazy.
That's the reason that you use coal.
Yeah.
Because
I thought you burned the coal for the fire and that propelled pistons or whatever.
Dude, smoke isn't heavy enough.
No, it's literally...
No, but there's coal-powered trains, right?
Yes.
Because it boils.
But they're not...
It boils water.
I didn't know that. I thought there was a steam... I thought there was a steam train and a coal train. I thought there were two separate trains.
It's full of water. Like, that's why it's so big, is it's a tank of water.
Why were steamboats so dangerous, but trains were just sort of whatever? Like, steamboats blew up all the time, right? I think.
Well, they're probably made of wood, so they can float.
Right. You know there's boats today that are made of metal.
Today! But back then, they couldn't figure that out.
Okay.
I mean, who says trains were safe? Because that's the thing is, like, there's probably millions of trains.
What else floats? Tiny churches.
She's a witch! I burned the witch! She turned me into a newt.
I got better. Yeah. Well, I've been wondering if we're just looking at the engine all wrong now. Like the reason that there's like
said wrong.
Shut up.
I'm sorry.
The reason there's an energy crisis is just because we need to make an engine that's, powered by feathers.
Electricity. Why feathers? Why feathers, though?
Well, because apparently electricity isn't working because Tesla's going down.
That's because the fuel industry is stupid. Because they're like, we can't have this.
Here's the thing. Well, you see how you just threw away my idea for feathers?
Yeah.
How do you know feathers aren't the best? Feathers could power an engine.
How? Tell me the science.
I'm not the engineer here.
What do you mean?
I'm just the idea man. Come on.
How about this?
We're going to burn feathers to power engines.
No, you don't burn them. There's just feathers. Feathers go in, and it propels the car forward.
This is a bad idea. This is not even an idea. You're just making it up.
How about this? What if we use...
Feathers aren't a form of energy. It'd be better to tape a bunch of birds together. At least they're moving.
How do you think birds fly? It's their feathers.
They pump their muscles.
So how about this, though? What if we use the oldest source...
Wait. If it's muscles... If it's muscles, we just put muscles in there.
Okay, yeah.
Just stick all our dead chickens in there.
It's called a horse-drawn carriage is what you're saying now.
No.
Well, similar to that. Actually, I'm glad where you're going.
Okay.
I think we should use the oldest form of energy and power.
Bicycles.
I wouldn't say slaves.
No.
Okay, you can edit that out too. I don't believe that.
I'm going to edit out you saying edit that out.
Oh, okay. Oh, so it just sounds like I endorsed that.
Half of what Ian says is edit this out.
You should edit out everything I say besides edit this out. I don't believe that.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
You're going to be...
I don't endorse slavery, though.
Really?
No.
I hope not. Yeah.
No.
What?
I don't think anybody endorses... Oh.
Well, there are some really bad people in this world.
I think most common good people, like the regular good people...
Yes.
Most
we're
people,
regular.
Most people don't endorse slavery.
George Bush, though.
No.
No, I don't think
Slander!
Come at me, George.
Send your legal team.
Yeah, bring your legal team.
He's too busy painting.
I hope so. Making some masterpiece.
F is for...
I was going to say Facebook.
Okay.
Is that technology? Is that weak?
That's pretty weak.
All right, hold on. Fuel.
Like meat or feathers.
Stop. That's fuel for humans, not feathers. We don't eat feathers, but we eat meat. Shoot, man. Fulcrums? What are those?
Okay. A fulcrum.
Fulcrum.
So the fulcrum, that's a seesaw.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
So it's the point. So being able to use torque.
That's right. You put one heavy person on one side and it lifts the other thing. Mm-hmm. I shouldn't use people. I was thinking of a seesaw anyway. You put one heavy out anyway.
What if
you know how seesaws work?
What if that's what they were trying to do with the pyramid?
They were just a big
a big seesaw in the middle of the desert.
I would love that. We're going to the moon.
They just didn't finish the final step where they put the board across, and then they were gonna load all the Egyptians on one side, and then jump.
They're just gonna tell all of them to jump on one side, and then they were gonna send the pharaoh to space because aliens built the pyramid.
Exactly. I like this version.
This is a good
history. That's definitely history. Okay, well, that's the fulcrum. G is for.
Oh, dude. I don't know, man. I'm thinking. Gee, what's the technology to be?
Your hair looks amazing right now.
I have no doubt.
Yeah,
It's just going straight.
It's just going straight up.
You look like that one kid from what's that kid with the
Caillou? Oh, he's bald.
Caillou's
Never mind.
bald. Yeah. No, the kid with the little
Little Rascals?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jimmy Neutron?
No.
That's right, yeah.
He's named after Alfalfa.
Alfalfa's the kid.
I was gonna say he's named after a root.
I think alfalfa's a.
I think it's a vegetable.
Yeah, it's
like
an
grain.
herb or something. I think.
What's a gyroscope?
Oh, that's technology.
Sure.
Yeah. I don't know what it is.
I don't know.
So
what it does either.
a gyroscope like stays up.
It's just a cool physics toy. That's really it.
Yeah. But like,
It's not really technology.
It's
like a slinky.
It's what's inside a Segway, though.
Hey, his slinky is
It's true.
technology.
It's
know.
true. Segways are so useful.
Wow.
Do you remember when everyone thought Segways were going to be the? They were like, "This is going to replace cars." Now they're just used for park tours, and people break their faces on them.
What do you guys think of all the scooters in Atlanta now?
I love it. I think it's great.
I think
They're
we had this.
terrible.
Did we talk about
Birds. You know how many times just some douchebag will roll up and just like, "Excuse me, sir," and you're like, "On this bird." I'm like, "Come on,
I think
man."
it's good. I think it's hilarious, and I love to make fun of the people that use it.
I just can't wait for one to be in the middle of the road, like just parked in the middle of the road.
I thought you meant
No, not like
Just
someone
a
riding.
sad
dude got
body.
hit.
Like,
Yeah, I want.
Just like the bird speared him through.
No,
That's
just
it.
No, I like the I like the scooters. I think they had a little bit of whimsy to the city. I like a little whimsy in my city.
a little whimsy.
The first people I saw on birds was I had just gotten back from.
Wait, what is this?
England.
On birds?
Yeah, they're called birds. Is that what they're called? Birds?
They're called scooters.
Yeah.
No,
I think they're called
birds.
electrics or like razor scooters.
No, I think
I like the scooter.
I do
Birds?
love razors.
I was thinking
No,
you were
they're
talking
called
about
birds.
the bird.
No.
I thought you were talking about
birds,
like a Tweety bird.
Because the other day someone was like, "Dude, we should bring our birds into the library and charge them." I was like, "That's a felony. you can't do that."
Call them birds.
Yeah, they're called birds.
Now imagine
You know-
just bringing in a quail and
It was
sticking a
like-
charger
yeah,
on its butt.
You know,
Is
it's
this like college?
No, this is at Georgia State. That's what they're called.
What are they doing
Not
at
that I go to Georgia
State?
State. You can know that out. No one can know where I go. I'll get expelled.
No, what?
But,
There's electric scooters at Georgia State?
yeah, no, they're everywhere. No, they're part of like the city. The city has like a program where you can just rent a bird, like a scooter,
You gotta stop calling
not
them
a
birds.
creature. But the first time I saw a bird
Not a creature.
was
How about my ostrich? We're gonna go across town.
my eagle. But no, I had just gotten back from England because I was abroad, right?
Oh, jeez.
And
For like 3 months.
yeah. And I was back, and I was driving around Atlanta, and I
It's a
saw
good joke.
this, like really fratty, like it was like a typical
Oh,
Sigma
dude.
Nu kind of
Oh,
fella,
yeah.
and his hot sorority girlfriend. And
You
they were
have
just-
like a short
Chubs,
shorts,
bro.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Chubs.
And those sandals that they
Oh,
wear.
yeah, chocks, bro.
Yeah,
And then he had like the little, kind of like Sig,
Yeah.
the whole thing.
like a deep.
Sick.
Oh, yeah.
Might as well be wearing names like "Hello, I'm a douchebag."
Yeah, it was just
Yeah.
like, but him and his super hot sorority girlfriend
Did you see his
were
nipple?
on scooter. I wish.
You know what?
They were just on birds riding around town like a bunch of 12-year-olds.
But no one can look cool on it because everyone's slightly hunched.
That's what's good
like
about
they're
it.
just like. Hello.
Well, he was pretty
That's
short.
why I like it. I think they're good. Because you got grown adults on scooters.
Oh, that's why. This just hasn't been.
This
down.
sound's going to be bad. We got to throw all this out.
No.
Reverby.
No.
Heavens.
But like we were using longboards and that was kind of dope. And now we're on scooters.
Have you seen the Segway that is it's more like a gyroscope, what we're talking
You
about?
talking about hoverboards?
No, where it's one big wheel in between your legs.
Yes, I have seen that. Yeah.
I don't like those.
The best is
they look like something a homeless man made. Like I'm not like they don't look like they were produced by a company. They look like they were built in some garage or something.
Well, there's the ones where
it's
it's
like a plank
sideways.
of wood with a big wheel. Like
No, there's that where like you're riding sideways like a skateboard. The one I'm talking about, the wheel is in between your legs, facing forward, so you go straight. But the thing is you look weird because you're just like a plank standing upright, just kind of leaning forward. The best part though is if you hit something like a tiny pebble,
it's over.
Your face is
the future.
Straight to the ground.
It's the future.
And what does that say about America? That we are so lazy. We don't even want to walk places. We're trying to make things that like scooters, those stupid hoverboards.
It's gonna be Wall-E.
You know, yeah.
It would have been, but Segways failed so hard.
Well, for now.
For now, who knows?
The
Segway 2.0.
Segways are coming back, bro.
They got airbags.
We're calling it. Have you seen the airbag like helmet? Like it's a collar. It like pops up and it's like this.
Choke you?
No, it's just, it's like this neck brace that like balloons out all over your head.
Sounds like a bad deal for somebody with like claustrophobia.
Especially if you run into barbed wire.
What?
Because it'll just pop.
I was saying also, you know.
It's like I don't think you can impact barbed wire to set off a.
H is for hacking.
Oh yeah.
Hacking?
Hacking.
Oh, computer
computer hacking.
Like, tomahawk shot.
Like,
well, that's pretty simple.
Yeah, hacking. I always love in movies when it's just like.
It's good audio.
We're into
great audio.
We're into the IRS now.
No, but you gotta get some good like EDM or trap music over it.
And green text going across the screen,
like,
and you can see the reflection.
You gotta get in. You gotta get in. We're counting on you, Jim. That's his name, Jim. He's a hacker.
Well, he's also our sound guy, producer. Hey, Jim.
Stop. You're killing Jim. Jim doesn't sound like the Muppets.
Or the parents from the Peanuts.
Yeah. I wanted to be a hacker.
Oh.
Just no.
But
you used to wear a fedora too.
Really? I did.
I'm sorry I brought that dark shame onto this podcast.
Oh no!
Delicious.
No one knew, Logan. I had to clean. I had distanced
true.
myself from my shady past.
That's good though. I mean, we all had a
shady
phase. Yeah,
it shaded my face from the sun.
Hey,
I mean, we all had a I used to listen to System of a Down, so like whatever.
I will say, Chop Suey's a pretty great song. Chop Suey slap.
Laura loves that song. She can sing.
God, we're all so like we're like all in 8th grade still.
She can sing the whole thing.
Dude, you knew who came up earlier? We were looking at Breaking Bad clips, and Breaking Benjamin was like one of the first things that came up.
I didn't know what that was.
Do you not know Breaking? No, it's a band.
Oh my bad.
Oh,
it's a band.
They did like I Will Not Bow. And
yes.
Diary of
Oh
Jane.
yeah. My friend Drew got. Alright, so like I was into like heavy metal for a minute because his kid named Drew Batelli. He was like,
Drew.
Yeah, that Drew.
Calling you out.
I haven't spoken to him in like 10 years. It'll be weird if he finds this.
Nor should you.
That'd be great.
You're probably great.
Bringing friends back together.
That's right. Anyway,
fine.
no, but he was like, I was like, Screamo, how do I get into it? He was like, Breaking Benjamin. That's how you get, because they were like in between Screamo and heavy metal. Yeah. Like, because they would sing sometimes, and there was this one dude like, yeah. That was like 2 months of my life.
Dude, nice. I was driving to school today and freaking Sugar We're Going Down came on. Nice. But it was at a place where like I had to stop because they were doing road construction. It was like one car at a time. And so there was this big construction worker looking at me and I was like, we're going down. And he was like, what are you? It's not like rolling my window. I was like, okay.
I got it. Eyes for.
The internet.
Okay, the internet. That's fine. Invented by
International Space Station.
Invented by Al Gordon. Wait, what?
Yeah, the politician. He's a politician, right?
Is his name Al Gordon? Did I miss that?
No, Al Gore, dude.
I'm thinking Al Gore.
Why did I say Gordon?
Al Gordon.
Sounds like a Batman character.
I mixed Al Gore and Jeff Gordon.
Oh no! They're probably like the same politics.
Well, no.
Is Al Gore? Wait. Well, I don't know
Al
what Al
Gore
Gore
is like climate change and all this stuff.
Yeah,
so
he's definitely not
he
the same as Jim Gordon.
He would not like NASCAR.
No.
I don't think.
No.
He flies his freaking jet everywhere.
Well, yeah, I mean, of course.
Like, pollution's so bad.
He has,
rips a hole in the atmosphere.
he has
Right in the ozone.
He has to get everywhere to
Breaks the
tell you that
sound
he's
barrier.
messing things up.
Breaks the sound barrier, tears a hole in the atmosphere.
Starts throwing straws over the ocean. It's like, oh,
I like that his jet goes by and the Earth just goes, oh, my skin, oh.
don't do it.
No, I mean, that's what's happening right now. It's jets that, like, break the sound barrier are in the atmosphere more than anything else.
Oh, nice.
I think so.
Nice. Look at us ruining a planet.
I think so. I hope we leave this one and just, like, go to Mars, honestly. Like, I hope that happens in 200 years.
I'm not leaving Earth.
Well, it's not happening in our lifetime. Well,
No.
Dude, Elon,
Yeah,
Even if
Elon
it did,
is...
SpaceX, man.
even if it did, I'm not leaving Earth.
Yeah, I would die in
I'm not going to space. I am terrified of space.
Unless it was, like,
that's
the
too
Wild
scary
West.
for me. Like, I won't go skydiving. I'm not going to
Would you go scuba diving?
Mm,
See, I wouldn't even go scuba
I don't know if I would do that because the air
Scuba
bubbles. The air bubbles kind of freak me out.
See, the idea that
I'd
I'm
go
like
snorkeling.
The idea,
Would you go
I'd go snorkeling.
I've been
I'd go
snorkeling.
Yeah,
I
I go snorkeling. But like the idea that I'm like a millimeter away from death,
Oh yeah.
all around me. I'm not even. It's not the sharks or anything. It's just the fact I can't breathe water.
Yeah.
Like I'll swim if
And you're like 80 feet under.
Yeah. I'm not swimming to the surface in time.
Yeah.
And the bin's terrifying.
And also
me, too.
the
I've had-
pressure, if you did swim to the surface, you'd have like air pockets in your veins.
Good.
Or something. You'd be in pain.
The
Yeah.
bins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was like I saw this video once of this woman who was like setting the record for the deepest dive, like free, like without
Yeah.
any breathing apparatus. But the problem was her ascent because she had to come up as fast as she could, but then had to pause at
Right.
several depths in order to acclimate.
Yep.
So she's like, I gotta breathe. So she had to just account for that in her.
It's crazy.
Oh, jeez.
Have you seen that pool that's like 300 feet deep?
No.
It's like
Wait, like man-made or?
Yeah, it's man-made.
Oh.
It's a pool in like Europe somewhere.
I found this. I was
I
researching.
forget where.
I was researching sewers today, and I found this sewer in Japan.
It's the world's largest pool.
Saitama.
Japan? Yeah.
No!
The world's largest sewer. I was like, yeah, I heard it here
I was gonna
first.
say pool, but
Oh, okay.
It's
Dumb.
this sewer in Japan, Saitama, Japan, actually,
Okay.
named after the famous One Punch Man.
that's right. Yeah, the man, the one man.
And it's like the Mines of Moria. Like it's crazy. It's these massive columns that you
love
can
the
just
Mines of
go
Moria.
down into.
I like
It's
it.
insane. I thought it was awesome. So, so that was.
You fool of a toque.
How did we
the
get there?
internet.
That was the internet. Okay, the internet.
I said International Space Station too. So
Oh,
that
okay.
could, that
Oh,
could have been
space and then Mars and we do the internet. It sucks. It was a huge mistake. We need to get rid of it.
I couldn't live without it.
I couldn't
currently.
live without it either, but Lord, I hate it.
I think it's definitely been crazy for sure. I think certain parts of it I would keep, other parts I would just destroy.
Have you been to the Rules of the Internet website?
No,
Yeah, it's a dark place.
It's fun.
is that a thing?
It's a thing. Rules of the Internet.
What are the rules?
All I know is Rule 34.
What's yeah?
Well, share with the audience what Rule 30 is.
I'm
Yeah,
not
share
gonna-
with us.
I don't know.
Oh god.
Yeah,
Don't
I'm
do
gonna
it. No,
edit
that's sinful.
all of that. So the Internet. Cool story.
Yeah, the internet's a weird place. It's both really good and really bad.
It's
Yeah.
what's crazy to me is just how fast the internet pumps something out. Because I'm like never the person to make the thing, but you always are like, oh, there better be a GIF of that. There better be a GIF of that, and then 2 minutes later, someone's made a GIF of it, and you're like,
Yeah, I make gifs of things.
Wow.
I'm one of those people. Like, I'll see something and be like, this is good. And I'll gif it. That's the verb.
I'll GIF it.
I'll just gif right.
Dude,
But, so you're GIF, not GIF?
Yeah, it's a G. What do you mean?
I know. I'm GIF too.
GIF is a J.
I know.
It's a
peanut
GIF.
butter.
But apparently the guy that made it.
He's an idiot.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have used the G. He's a fool. He's a fool.
Dude, the feeling like when you first... I'm sorry, I know you're about to transition. I saw you like look
Go
down
ahead,
there.
go.
But
We
no. The feeling like when you first find something and you're like, this is going to be big. On the internet.
Yeah.
Like I found... You know who Ainsley Harriott is? He's the give your meat a good old rub fella. No, he's just, he's a cook. And there's this video and he's like making some meat and he's like, oh. He like looks up the camera. He's like, ah. No. This guy looks at the camera. He's like,
so bad.
He's like, now I forget what the guy is. He just goes, give your meat a good old rub. And then he just looks at this like this pork chop. My cousin showed me that when it had like 3,000 views. Now,
It's huge.
International
Yeah.
sensation, dude. So you guys clearly don't know that. So
No, I don't know that one, but I'm gonna look it up now.
You heard it here first, kids. Nah, don't do that.
But it's pork chops.
That is pork. Well,
You gotta rub your pork chops.
I'm gonna debate keeping that in. We'll see. What's the minute mark? Yeah.
I didn't say anything inappropriate.
Have you guys ever played the penis game?
Oh yeah.
Well, this is getting cut out.
Why? It's
Go ahead.
Penis is the anatomically correct word.
It is.
They use it on like Conan and Cable. So.
Penis.
And
Yeah.
Penis.
No, we're playing it now.
Penis.
Penis.
Jesus Christ.
That's the way to win the game. I did. No, that's. We used to play in high school constantly, like in class even. It was the best.
Oh, dude.
I got caught once.
Damn. How'd it go?
She was like, Logan. I was like, I said pencil.
Pencil? I need a pencil.
I just screamed pencil. Oh god.
Oh boy.
Oh,
My
that's
youth
great.
pastor taught me that.
Oh god. J is for.
Jesus.
Is it my turn?
Yes. Great
Our
technology.
Lord and
Jesus.
Savior, that's right.
It's your turn. Yeah.
I'm gonna say it. Jeans.
Okay.
Dim.
Denim.
That was an innovation. Actually,
true.
I don't know a whole time. Are you crying?
That was really
He's just really touched.
Yeah.
But denim.
I actually know a little bit about denim.
Yeah, what is it?
So denim, denim is literally French for from Nîmes, the place in France where denim was invented.
The French always do that. They're like,
You're exceptionally sweary tonight.
sorry.
Where's my water?
They're like Cabernet. That's a place.
Cabernet.
Yeah.
Champagne.
Is my water over there?
Dijon. That's a place where they make the mustard. They always just name it after. What's the matter with you?
Paris.
I need my water.
Paris.
Where's
yeah.
my water?
That's the place.
Yeah, that delicious
really
food.
want
Paris. What is wrong with you?
I'm looking for my water, bro.
Parisian cheese. The stuff you put on your.
Dude, is my water
spaghetti?
behind you? I need water. I just need it real bad.
Do you want some of my water?
Yeah, you want some of mine? We can
Yeah, I'll
share.
take- I'll
you
take
can. You can. No, you.
No,
No,
because
both
you
of
always
them.
you drink your water. You need it.
You haven't seen me drinking this wine.
Yeah, I mean, Ian drinks the same. You call me an alcoholic? You know, it's hard. I gotta work through this stuff.
This is the
That's
best
so funny.
content we've ever made.
Alcoholism is a true thing. It's not funny.
Keep going.
But
That's true.
Yeah.
so denim though, dude.
Yeah, denim.
I love jeans. Like
Dude. Yeah.
Slaps knee. I love
slaps
jeans.
me. I love jeans. It's coarse and it's rough. It's irritating. Yeah.
It'd be funny if you weren't even wearing jeans.
What's your opinion of the jean jacket?
I love the jean jacket.
Ryan Gosling kills them in
know.
Drive. If
I'm
you guys
glad
have
they're
seen
back.
Drive,
Yeah, I've seen.
yeah, no, they are back.
I'm glad they're back. I have a jean.
Okay,
Well, it's
okay,
a shirt,
okay.
really, but I wear it like a
Jean-
jacket.
Jean vest.
Hell yeah.
Depends on who's wearing it. I'm gonna
As
say
a
that.
movie-
Well,
if
if
they're
you think about
punk,
it- well,
if they're
if-
punk and is cool as hell, then yes.
If you think about it,
Got patches all over.
if an armless man wears a jean vest, then that's a jacket.
That was a bad joke.
That's really bad.
You know what? Actually, though, you know
What?
what is back? I noticed this first. Lost Abroad.
What?
The movie?
No, no, I was like when I was in England.
Oh god.
Yeah, I tell you guys about that. I haven't mentioned that yet.
Hello, mate.
But you know what's really big in Europe?
Get your paper here.
What's really big in Europe?
Jorts.
Queen is dead. Jorts are back.
Jorts are huge.
Oh.
I've seen. And my brother got jorts the other day, and I was like,
Are they cutoffs?
so his.
Are they like?
Okay.
You know, or they got the seam or
So
whatever.
there's two ways. There's one that's cut off, and that's
It's a little.
questionable.
It's a little kinky.
If it's
Sorry.
straight
I
up.
have a pair of those.
I mean, doesn't change his point.
I'm a never nude.
I love that show.
No, I was thinking about when we were talking about segues.
No, but seriously, I do have. I had a pair of jorts.
Yeah.
I wore them once on a date with Laura.
Yeah.
And
What did Laura say?
later, Laura was like, "Yeah, you're gonna have to burn those."
No, here's
so I gave them to her. right before our wedding,
Nice.
and for the bachelorette party, they went out and burned my jorts.
Well, your wife made a huge mistake because jorts are back.
Jorts are back.
no.
Anybody can wear jorts.
No, but like that's like a very
If you're a guy, if you're a girl, if you're a puppy, wear some jorts.
Wear some cutoffs.
Now here's the thing: if you wear them and they're like hemmed, like the bottom of my
then
jeans,
you're straight, obviously.
then you're homeschooled. Okay, let's face it.
Yeah, that's true.
If this is the elite play, if they're rolled up, that's a look.
Oh, okay.
That's popular.
That's popping right now.
Below or above or below the knees?
Man, come on. Capris. What do we look like? I look like Drake or something. Actually, no, if Drake were, they'd probably be hugely popular. But,
how rolled up? Like, are we
How high? We're talking the hip?
Like,
I'm not going to upper thigh, bro.
Just like a big roll of jean.
You'd have to get like the flare boot cut so that there's enough.
Your pockets are like sticking out the bottom.
Look. Here's a look. You roll about that high, you got a bigger roll of jean here, and then you got one of those like boots you get at Hot Topic that go up way up to the thigh.
Dude, that looks like a stripper outfit. Dude.
It sounds like a stripper outfit.
It
sounds like that outfit that Patrick wore in that one movie. Remember SpongeBob? The SpongeBob movie?
I do remember that outfit because I've seen the
We're all the same age. You should remember this.
I never watched
You were homeschooled.
We were homeschooled. We were wearing jorts, dude.
I said the Lord's name in vain. You caught me that off guard.
Just at least we weren't wearing jean jumpers like our sisters. Jean jumpers
or
were
head
like
coverings.
Yeah, I know what a jumper is.
Dude, like the jean jumper is the high.
My sister had khaki jumpers, but only because she went to private school.
It was like the
khaki
homeschool
shorts,
uniform was the jean jumper. Yeah. Like if you saw a family out at the zoo, like 8 kids, jean jumper, you're like, they're homeschooled.
Now,
I don't know.
Why?
I guess because they were pretty easy to make.
Why?
I mean, my mom made a lot of our clothes.
That's
pretty badass. Dude.
That's really badass.
Put a lot of butter too.
No, but we did make bread.
Homeschoolers basically Amish, and I'm just finding this out now.
Well, yeah, sort of.
Not Amish.
We push it.
We do have gardens, and we
My mom had a recipe.
You just sound like hipsters. Basically, you make your own clothes. You have gardens. You make your own bread.
My mom knew of a recipe.
Yeah, you're hipsters.
For apple cider vinegar. This is my mom, and she would buy it from this lady at church, and the lady was like, "Listen, apple cider vinegar only works if it is brewed under a full moon."
Oh yeah.
And we were like, "This is at church," and just like this witch, like, she has like leaves in her hair. She's like clearly just came out of a swamp, and it's like
her eyes roll back into her head. She's like,
apple cider vinegar.
You have to. Blood of the willing, kill the toad.
Blood of a virgin and a Latin chance, We grew up Catholic. No, okay, no. Sorry, Catholic people.
Oh my God.
You just your goal for this podcast is to
everybody. Offend the world.
If you're Catholic, leave us a review, and maybe we'll be able to
I went
raise
to
enough
Catholic
funds
school
to kick Ian off
Yeah,
the
for a whole
podcast.
year.
Had a good host.
I went to Catholic school for a whole year.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've had all flavors of Christianity in my life. Not joking.
What's your current cup of tea?
It's no. Ooh, that was close. That could have been bad.
Republican.
No, not that either. Non-denominational? I don't know.
Okay.
It's just casual.
Passion?
Casual, Yeah,
Go to Grace Midtown.
Yeah.
That's where the babes are. It is. If you're in,
And that's why you should go to church.
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah.
Find a wife.
I mean, that's what I did.
Oh,
I would
Lord.
say where we are, but I'm
That's
not.
a bad excuse to go to church.
But it is an excuse. Better than nothing.
To check out women at church.
Forgive me, Father, I am sinning.
Oh, God.
K is for...
Man, this took a weird turn.
I'm all about it.
Hope your pastors are listening.
Oh, please.
Shout out, Dave.
I hope Dave does.
I get excommunicated.
Churches don't, like, the Catholic Church still might, but, like...
Well,
I mean,
they haven't...
the Presbyterian Church, I mean, we're pretty structured.
Yeah, no, we would
Like,
excommunicate.
yeah, we would... I think there's been at least one person in our church history that we had to excommunicate.
Yeah.
Just because they were poison in the community.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I remember that. Yeah.
I don't know who it was because I joined, 10 years later.
I was Methodist for 10 years as a child, and then I was Baptist.
Oh.
I love Baptists.
Makes one of us. Sorry, Baptist people, you guys.
And then I've been to a couple Pentecostal church. That's a blast. Honestly, that's a blast.
Yeah.
Then I went to Catholic school, so I attended mass for like a year at the school.
Dude, what was snake handling? My end goal is to go to a snake handling church.
All right, it's not that Pentecostal. It's not that Pentecostal, but it it was Pentecostal in the sense that there was people like in the aisles with like a bunch of ribbons dancing. And stuff.
There we go.
So it was
Nice.
Pentecostal, but
Gotta
it
have
wasn't
that dancing.
So
in
not
church.
snakes though.
Not,
They weren't
no,
really
no, there was
snakes
no
then.
live
Okay.
snakes.
That's kind of disappointing.
Anyway. Yeah. That's my church experience. My,
good.
my flavors of church.
So snake handler.
K is for keyboard.
Next technology.
K is for the keyboard. The
Okay.
QWERTY keyboard. QWERTY
That's a
keyboard.
Q.
No. The QWERTY is the layout.
Oh,
Keyboard
I
starts with a
know.
K. You
No,
doof.
no. That's a mistake.
So they made the
Like queso. Like, why don't we just same thing?
Shut up.
QU.
Yeah, it's great.
EY.
Great technology.
Christian
The QWERTY layout on a keyboard
Yeah.
was made because like someone did like science research or whatever and figured out that like the keys right under your fingers are the most used. But then somebody came up with a different one. I'm trying to remember the name of it.
The
Like,
ABC one.
yeah, well, there was a different layout. Someone was like, "Mine's better," but what they found out is it really doesn't matter which one you use. Just
You just gotta
like,
learn it.
if you get
Yeah.
used to it. A typist who's really good at this one is just as good in the other one.
There's a hipster typist out there that uses some weird
Oh
one.
yeah. I bet there's like typewriters that are worth like a couple $1,000s because they've
Yeah.
got this alternate
Dude.
key set.
So I was at my work and I was counting my drawer and I found an old dime from like 1943. So I asked my manager, I was like, "Yo, can I have this dime if I exchange it for my own dime?" I looked it up. That dime's worth more than 10 cents, guys.
How much is that dime worth?
Well, sadly, it's not the one that's like $1,000, but it's like 200 times more than a dime currently. So like $2. It's $2.
Incredible.
It's a lot. No, but there's one for like 6,000. I'm not joking. It's like it's
What year?
It's 1943. The one that's $6,000 is from the 20s, and it's got a little D on it. I don't know why.
That has to do with the mint. I was actually looking
Okay.
up coins the other day
Oh,
because this is interesting. I was curious, why is the dime smaller?
Yeah.
Why is the dime smaller than a penny?
Right.
Do you guys know?
No.
No.
So they made the penny.
Oh,
the
copper,
nickel.
silver.
No.
No?
That actually, they made the
Well,
penny,
nickels are bigger
the
than
nickel,
dimes, too.
and the quarter at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And those are in a
That makes
scale
sense.
of getting bigger.
Right.
They didn't make the dime until they had finished that, and they didn't want to make one size
Slightly larger than the nickel, but slightly
Yeah,
smaller.
so
Okay.
they wanted to make something that was cheap.
Distinctive.
Yeah.
So
So I'm really mad that they didn't make.
they should just drop the penny.
Yeah.
It's a
Or
fair
was it
point.
the nickel? Maybe it was the nickel that was made.
It doesn't make sense though, because it goes
No,
large.
yeah, it was the dime.
Dimes
Yeah,
to
the dime
penny.
was like the last one
Yeah.
made. This is dumb.
This probably wouldn't do any favors for my reputation on this podcast.
Oh, good.
But my
God.
Let's hear it.
my grandpa, we were like looking. He recently passed away.
Okay,
R.I.P.
I'm sorry.
And we were looking. why does it down about my grandpa? Like, what, problem with
That's not
Clyde?
funny, Anderson.
Yeah, we were looking around Clyde's house.
Yeah.
We found some Confederate dollars.
Oh.
Oh.
And so the question is, one, are they real? That's big.
Well,
No,
they're
they're,
probably
they're,
worth
they're
something.
Confederate.
Watch your tongue. No. So the other question
good
is,
joke.
if we try to, the question is, should we sell them and try to make a profit,
Yes.
Yeah.
or do we need to save them
For what?
for when the South rises? Walk right into that one, man.
That's bad.
No. I don't believe that.
was good. That was good.
No. I don't believe that, by the way.
You're gonna learn not to make excuses for yourself one day.
Well, I'm holding my tongue and not
It won't
saying
be today.
something Stupid
L
stuff.
is for.
Oh, this is me. Language.
Okay. Show you're working.
Let's go some land. Even land parties.
Age of Empires.
You ever have a land party and play Halo with all your friends?
A local area network.
That's right.
Yes. There's more on that later. That's why I need
Anyway, language.
language.
The written language is probably a better. It's probably a better technology, but it's kind of cheap too because that's W, isn't it?
Language. Let's go.
All right. Anyway,
What language do you speak, Logan?
English, like a little bit of Spanish. That's about it.
I speak English and I'm learning Dutch.
Why?
Because we're going to Amsterdam.
Nobody speaks Dutch except the Dutch.
And they all speak English.
we're going to Dutchland, so...
I'm sure. I bet more people
Deutschland,
speak
Deutschland.
English. In,
Well, not Deutschland. That's actually Germany. We're going to Netherlands.
Everyone speaks English.
We know. Shut up. We know. Everybody keeps
they probably
telling
speak
us.
Spanish though. too.
We're learning it for fun. Our favorite word, though, is the word for please. Because it looks like a cat just walked across the keyboard. It's alsjeblieft. It's just like 7 consonants in a row in the middle there.
As long as it could be dead in like 100 years.
A useless language. Nah, dude, as long as as long as weed is legal there.
Oh, hell yeah.
Dude, that culture's
But weed's almost legal. It's legal in Canada now, right?
It is.
It's been legal in Canada for a long time.
No, I thought they just voted that in.
They just did.
Yeah.
I thought it's been legal for a while.
Is
No, it's legal in Washington. Washington's like the
Colorado.
same as
Is it in California too?
Yeah,
I
it
think
is.
it's in California.
Portland.
Yeah.
And it's about to be in Texas, I think.
No way.
Yeah.
It's
decriminalized here in Atlanta. Whatever city we live in.
It says on our website.
Oh, no, okay. Well,
says your full name, too.
Oh, it does?
You've been outed.
So here in Athens, Georgia, it's decriminalized.
I don't think it is.
No, it's definitely
It's
not.
that's a southern city.
Oh.
Anyway.
Okay.
Oh, it's legal in Florida, but only for medical purposes, which sucks. But the old people, those old people, hate the old people.
What does it do medically?
Relaxes you, pain reliever.
I bet it relaxes you.
I bet it does.
Or it gives you a panic attack and you're like, am I in hell?
No,
You know.
I bet that's only because you think you're gonna get caught. That's the
Me? What? I didn't say
No, I didn't say you
What?
did. No, I'm just saying. I know. I bet people only panic because they think they're gonna get caught.
Well, it messes with their senses, and then they're like, "Oh."
Well, right, and then they're like, the cops, and they start freaking out.
Or if the music's bad.
good.
I've heard.
What the music's
What?
No,
If it's not Beach House.
I hear
then what are you
shrooms
doing?
do some crazy.
What,
I've heard too, man. Wild rumors.
what language would you want to learn if you could, like, instantly just know a language?
Oh.
Norwegian.
Elven.
I was
No,
gonna go with the joke and say Klingon, but
Chinese, Japanese, or Spanish. Japanese only so I could just like watch anime and not have to have the subtitles on. That's the only reason. Like
it's a bad reason.
I know it's a real nerdy reason.
No, it's a real bad reason.
Why? I can go to Japan too. The comics are huge in Japan.
That's actually fair.
Chinese is because it's like the second largest nation in the world. Spanish because that's everywhere too. So
I'd probably learn French or Germany. French because I
Germany,
think it sounds
the language.
Oh yeah, the language of Germany. French because I think it sounds sexy, and German because my wife thinks that sounds sexy.
Your wife thinks German sounds sexy?
Well,
Did you know that before you got married?
Yeah.
Okay.
if I was going for accent, I'd go for South African accent because apparently
sound like idiots.
She really likes that.
South Africans, I met some
Maybe-
South Africans.
maybe she
sometimes.
likes-
Sorry, South Africans, but you guys sound like morons.
I have like several family members that are
Dude, they're lost.
extended family
I'm
members.
sorry.
It's
that's
great
fine.
because they're white, but they're from Africa. Like they're born and raised in
That's
Africa.
happened
So they come over,
sometimes.
they're like, "I'm African American," and they're like, "What?"
See, I would speak Norwegian, so I could go to Norway and speak.
No one
with
speaks
them.
Norway.
Well, no, that's the thing. I've cornered a market of females. And so I can just go to Norway and be like, what's up, ladies?
So go to a Norway church, check out.
Go to Grace Midtown, Norway, and see what these ladies
Lord.
M is for.
Grace Midtown. No. M is for microphone.
Oh, okay. What that?
What's your favorite band?
Favorite band?
Yeah.
I like Radiohead.
Okay. I like Smashing Pumpkins for like a
We
reason.
need
Dude,
to-
Siamese Dream
Yes.
is just a great album.
Well, you don't
How did we get to music from microphone?
How? That's a dumb question. How did we get to music from musical like equipment?
Well, there wasn't like a transition there. It wasn't.
No,
like,
I was like, I'm taking control. I said, "What's your favorite band?" That's what happened.
Dude, what do you think
I didn't want to talk about acoustics, for God's sakes.
useless. We're artists here. What do you think is the best Smashing Pumpkins album?
Oh shit, I don't know.
If you say something like Machina, I'm gonna leave.
No,
Zeitgeist.
I found some Smashing Pumpkins on my iTunes the other day. I was
They're
like,
so
what?
good. I still listen to Siamese
I
Dream.
love Smashing Pumpkins.
Melancholy.
You like smashing some
My
pumpkins?
life's just
It's that time of year.
Gotta
Time-
smash.
Time to smash some pumpkins and turn them into spice.
no, like
Throw them at.
I think everyone
hipster
goes
girls.
through a grunge phase, but like Smashing Pumpkins is stuck with me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm obviously Nirvana too, but like everyone loves Nirvana.
Smashing Pumpkins, I think, is better.
Ooh,
Controversial opinion.
Ooh,
but
there you go.
Hot take.
Hot take.
I kind of agree with you, but I'm not gonna like. I said it publicly already, but whatever.
Maybe.
Whatever. I'm not downing Nirvana in
No.
any way. They're a great band. They did a lot.
But Billy Corgan is just one of the best guitarists who's ever lived.
I hear bad things about like actual like how the band works in Smashing
Oh,
Pumpkins.
he's a tool.
Yeah, I hear he's like a really controlling and bad person for anyway. So
fun.
the music's good. It was.
But as
I don't
far
know
as
if
the
it still
microphones,
I mean,
is. I haven't listened to it. I haven't listened to any of their new stuff.
But dude, 2 of the best of all time.
Yeah.
2?
Yeah,
Only
Siamese
2?
Dream and Melancholy.
They've only got 2?
Chop Suey.
There's like a million songs out there, and they've only got 2 good ones.
Two albums, dude. 2 albums of
Dude,
10s.
Weezer Toto is the Weezer Africa is the best.
Did you see the music video they made for that?
Yeah.
They made a music video?
Yeah,
That's Weird
I've
Al.
got to see it.
It's got Weird Al.
He's miming to the Sweater Song music video, and it makes me.
I love Sweater Song actually.
Oh, yeah.
I was in a Weezer phase for like a hot minute, and then I realized all Weezer songs are the same, and I stopped.
Have you listened to Pinkerton?
Yes.
Dude, because
I have all of their albums.
Oh.
I told you I went through it for like a hot minute.
Dude, some of those like mid 2000s
sorry.
albums.
Mental
Sorry,
notes.
Anderson. Are we?
Don't do bands.
Do music.
Okay,
Sometime.
so here's the thing. I went through, like, when I turned 18,
Yeah.
I had this really delayed Pinkerton phase where
Sure.
it's like, El Scorcho. That's just my life.
El Scorcho!
Tired of sex, I was like, I don't know what that is,
Great.
but it
Oh
sounds
wow!
great.
What a great band.
You know, but dude, some of their mid 2000s output,
Oh sure, yeah.
garbage.
Oh yeah.
You know, Red
I
Album
know.
had some real
I know.
gratitude.
It's just. It's the same problem I have with AC/DC. Like, it's a controversial opinion. I don't like AC/DC. I know.
I don't care.
I don't know if it's controversial with people our age, but you go around people my dad's age, oh my god, you just like shot them or something.
I found my new favorite kind of music. It's 80s synth.
No.
Yeah.
To the party,
No.
dude.
Yeah.
No,
I hate
okay,
it.
Forever
Oh, yeah.
Young is a banger. Freaking,
This was called like Laser Gang or
oh
something.
lord.
Oh yeah, Laser with a Z as well.
You should listen to German synth from like the 80s.
Do you guys know,
You haven't seen The Big Lebowski.
that is a good movie.
Remember
That
the
is a
German
good
band? That's a good movie.
Vanillist.
You gotta watch that movie. We're watching that. I'm gonna make you watch it.
Okay,
The next time we have a movie night.
Do you guys know Carly Rae Jepsen? Of course everyone knows.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Her-
Call Me Maybe.
Well, some of her more recent stuff freaking slaps, dude. Stuff off of Motion. Dude, freaking bangers, bro. Like bops. Straight
No,
bops,
I
bro.
hear,
Oh man.
I hear Carly Rae Jepsen's actually really good.
She's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With a name like that. It's a really cool name.
Yeah,
it's a really cool name. I wonder if it's a
3
stage
names in
name.
one.
But
Yeah.
It's like,
In is
it's like David Foster Wallace.
A hack.
He's a right. No, he's a really good
Talentless
one.
fraud.
Okay.
No, okay, no, I don't believe that. I haven't read enough.
In is for Nanotech.
Okay, but what's the next one? So I need to get prepared. You want me to just like
Just sing the alphabet
dead air?
song.
Okay.
The next after
Okay,
In
all
is
right. All right, you
It-
wanted me to sing the alphabet for you,
It is
so I can figure it out.
It is for Nanotech.
I'm scared of that.
Yeah, that's coming. I just wonder what's like the smallest thing, because like remember in Spy Kids
Drones.
they had the tiny little cameras that like you couldn't
Yeah.
see, and they like put it up on the wall and stuff.
I hate that.
We're pretty much there.
hate that.
The government
Yeah.
is making little mosquito.
Did you guys get Trump's
Spies.
text?
Yeah.
Was that yesterday?
Yeah, the presidential text.
Way
Yeah.
to date that, but yeah. I didn't, and I'm real happy about it. But
You didn't? Oh.
no, because I'm on a different carrier. I don't like Trump. I'm gonna state that publicly.
I love him.
Oh,
Oh, this is
He's my hero.
That's the worst thing you've said so far.
Trump hasn't done a single thing I think is wrong.
Oh god, well, the man's the worst. Anyway,
He's a hero. That's why I need to be nonpartisan.
I'm gonna be the mediator. I'm gonna be the mediator.
I'm trying to think how far I want this ruse to go.
oh god,
I'm gonna mediate here and say.
you're gonna. He's gonna get like blacklisted on the internet. Like if this ever gets like huge or something, Twitter's gonna explode. Hey, did you guys ever listen to those early episodes of the ABC?
Internet's
Yeah, it
some
was a
hot
little weird. Anyway,
Yeah, well, because what I heard a lot of people talking about that is, I mean, it was just the classic
it's just
security thing.
yeah.
It was weird that it said like presidential alert.
Right.
I was
It's like
like,
Trump's got your number. You ready? He's gonna be texting you at 2 a.m.
Dope meme.
Believe it.
Dude, I bet Trump's like gift collection is probably next level though. No, think about it. Like,
no,
he's
his
probably-
actual,
it's
like
true.
not his personal gift collection, but the gifts made of the man.
Oh, they're gold, dude. Oh, no, but like he probably has most of them saved to his phone. So
Oh,
maybe,
of
like,
him?
reaction, you know, just him being like, you know, grunting and grimacing.
so good.
What a great president! Okay, no. No.
He's definitely a meme.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I was impressed by was how, Urban Dictionary, they always have like
Yeah.
their word of the day.
Yeah.
After he got in, like for the next week, probably month, like the top post on Urban Dictionary was Trump something. Like
makes sense.
Trumpagate, or just all these random words people were making up. But
MAGA.
It's well, for the longest time people were saying that. I was like, what the hell?
I don't know
Oh, that'd be so MAGA.
No,
Make America great again.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, yeah. My Twitter bio. No.
Make America great again. We've always been great. We're always the best.
That's right. You remember that time with
Remember that time that we, killed everybody
slaves?
here?
Yeah.
And had slaves? Yeah, we've never been wrong.
I don't.
Downhill ever since.
You're a historian.
Yeah.
No time was ever good. I hate when people are like, the 50s, man, what a great time. Or like the 80s, Reagan, what a great time. It was never good.
The war on drugs.
It was right. Reagan. I hate when people are like Reagan. I mean, obviously they're conservative. They're like very Republican, but like Reagan was the best president.
Well, see,
He did a lot of crazy shit.
Oh, he was.
The world is always falling apart.
That's what
The
I'm
next
saying.
day is always going to be worse than the last, no matter who's in charge.
That's right.
Like it's just
But-
a giant.
That's the thing with a soldier. We just look back with the rose-colored glasses, like, oh man, remember that time?
Yeah.
Remember that? Remember the SNES? Oh man, snow cones.
There was a time when I
Summer
went
days.
really far down like the left-wing anarchist rabbit trail.
Did you?
Oh, it's great. So like Noam Chomsky is like one of my heroes. He's super. So all you Noam Chomsky people out there, get a life.
Yeah.
I'm like debating whether or not we ever need to do a political episode, because like it'll get everything and also like explode.
Oh man.
Good point. Just title it be like ABC podcast. Trump MAGA. But so like there's a branch of liberal anarchists I found called paleo anarchist paleo socialist.
Is this like the paleo diet people?
Dude, they're worse.
They eat rocks.
Because they're like, the only way you can have a real paleo diet is if you destroy civilization. So they're like, all about like super tribal societies and just like
they're talking about like the whole reset switch.
Oh, yeah,
like,
it's just
let's
like,
just blow up
nice,
the world and
nice.
start over.
the only way to have real socialism is if we just don't have civilization. We're all just tribes, hunter gatherers. I was like, sign me up. That sounds great. Sounds
That's
lit.
fantastic.
I'm in. I'd die.
It's never gonna
I
happen.
wouldn't
I would die
actually-
real quick, and I would never do it.
I wouldn't advocate for it,
sounds lit.
but like that could help.
I would live at a commune where we all like farmed and shared the crops.
Yeah.
That sounds nice. It sounds like
If I woke up in a world like that, I'd be
yeah,
happy.
I'd be happy there too.
I wouldn't try to make it.
Well, because it would be really hard to make it.
Oh yeah,
That's the thing.
you'd end up with a timer. Times
Yeah.
every other time.
O is for.
Man, I had a lot of time.
But you were also talking.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh man.
you can look something up. Do you have your phone on you?
I do. Hold on. Ooh, look at all this dead air. Ooh.
You have to cut some of this.
Ooh, hold on.
Nice. Oh.
No. We got it. Omnitrix.
Yes! Dude, that show was my bread and butter.
Was it really?
Ben 10? Holy crap. You know what I did start to get aggravated those? Did you ever see Ben 10?
What's up?
So Ben 10 was this kid. Guess what his name was?
Ben.
It's actually Benjamin Tennyson with Tennyeson, something
And
like that.
he had the
Or maybe IS,
Omnitrix,
yeah.
this super alien space
It's
watch.
really right up your alley, though.
Oh, it's
because you
the
love
best.
drawing a lot of like crazy aliens.
Monsters and crap. Oh yeah,
You would
heck
have
yeah.
loved to draw that show.
So the Omnitrix falls from the sky. Little Ben,
Kills him.
who's 10.
Kills him.
Straight up murks him.
He's dead right
It latches
there.
onto his. It
His
latches
grandpa
onto his,
cries.
Actually, that is a theory that like
Really?
he died at that moment, and it's just it's
You got the fan theories.
and it's just it's possessing him from there on
That's
out.
really
like,
interesting. I like that
But
better.
anyways, what happened? I'm still waiting for the gritty remake, like live action movie. Of this.
Oh, there
It's
will
gonna be
be.
so good. But anyways, the watch has the DNA of 10 different alien species in it, and you can call them up at will. And he smashes it, and he turns into.
Have you not seen Ben 10?
He hasn't.
I was homeschooled.
Are you serious?
And I was homeschooled too, bro.
Did you not have
was
cartoon?
homeschooled?
Did you not have cable?
No. We didn't have any TV.
I watched it on the internet.
Did you just read books? That sounds like a life,
Nerd.
honestly.
Yeah, I know. I read
That's
a
why
lot
he's
of
a
Redwall.
historian.
Dude,
Yeah.
what?
You know Redwall?
No.
The most. Man, you guys not know
That's with all
Redwall?
the animals.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And it's like if you're like born as a certain kind of animal, you're just evil.
Yeah.
It's very racist.
It sounds racist.
Very much so.
My parents like it. No. Sorry, Mom. I know
It
better.
sounds like a weird animal farm
No.
thing.
Whoa, my finger's doing something funky. It's like going backwards.
Is it like...
Well, just right here, there's like a little divot. Like,
are you not able to control that?
I don't know.
I thought you lost control of your finger.
I just don't usually do that.
Has that ever happened to you with your... No, I'm not joking.
Wait, what?
It's not really losing control, but my pinky toe will cramp sometimes, and it'll it'll go way
Charlie
out.
horse.
Yeah,
Charlie
but just the pinky toe. It freaks me out, man. It does, because the calf is different when you get strong.
Okay. So then,
Sorry,
so
guys.
after he smashes the Omnitrix, he transforms into that alien. And so then he gets and each alien has its own superpower and all this, and then he
His
fights
sister
other
Gwen's
aliens,
a pagan.
Yeah, she's a witch. She is. She's a witch.
An actual Satanist.
And then you meet Kevin Levin, and he's
just got powers, right?
He's 11 aliens fused together.
Wow.
But then at one point, but also he touches something and becomes
He's
that
real
material.
gross.
So if he touched this wooden table,
Have you seen Cthulhu?
no, that's Vilgax, the bad guy. Dude, I know way too much. Anyway,
I know all of this stuff too. I'm
but
just like,
it was a really dope show.
I was never as into it.
And then there's this.
Sorry.
I was
so
really
he
mad.
could only ever turn into the 10 aliens.
Yeah.
But each time there was this ridiculous Sailor Moon-esque transformation scene.
Lost his clothes. He probably doesn't even know what Sailor Moon is.
It went over.
I don't. I've heard of it, but it's a game, right?
No.
It's an anime. They might have a game. It's
I was thinking Harvest Moon,
it's a
never
magical girl anime.
You
You want to learn about these magical
there we
girls?
go. Right up my alley. Yeah.
It's a specific
Hentai.
genre.
No.
Right.
They're probably.
Rule 34.
No, but it's a.
Coming back around.
It's a shoujo anime. Well, I don't know.
We're gonna do an anime episode. Don't you worry.
Are we really?
Oh heck yeah.
You should have Julie and Amanda on that
Exactly.
one. Okay, sweet.
You can edit this out. So this is very specific. One. I don't know.
God, I don't want to know. Anyway,
That's fantastic.
Anyway, so
I love
you can
that.
edit that one out.
Now I'm kind of scared
wait,
that my mom knows what that is.
how you can keep editing this out. How because it might get weird.
So we're gonna welcome the listeners back from that.
Okay.
Escapade.
Hey, welcome back, guys.
Yes,
We had a real in-depth talk. That makes it sound like we're hiding stuff. We just talked about our Christian parents and stuff. That's all.
They're the best.
They are the best.
Yeah.
We just talked about our childhoods. We don't want you to hear that because we're real private.
Yeah.
So private.
I don't even want you
private.
guys to know where I live.
My
But
address
Anderson
is
already-
723.
Yeah. My social security number is 882 34.
Snap.
Say it again.
P is for
Ooh. P is for piston.
Piston.
Piss.
10.
A new show.
Piston
Yeah.
cup. He did what in his cup? What?
Piston or pistol?
Oh,
It was
okay.
weird. When I was in England, which I was,
Abroad.
briefly, abroad, I was
the queen! Oh!
I just, okay. I think this is a visual. But I would get bored, and I found this YouTube channel called Hickok 45.
Yeah.
And it's just this old Southern dude with millions of guns. And he just goes into his backyard and is like, listen, y'all. He always has an NRA commercial too. I'm like, okay, all right. But then he just starts blasting stuff. So weirdly enough, in England, I was like, guns are dope.
Is that real popular? It's not. It's not.
Yeah,
real,
it's really popular,
It's
actually.
not real popular in England.
Oh, guns? Well, so here's the thing. So you can get guns in England.
Right,
Illegally. No. You can have I think double barrel shotguns and some rifles.
But knives are the thing right now.
Yeah.
My roommate told me that knives are really strict. Like this dude got arrested because he had a potato peeler.
Yeah.
Which is How do you hurt someone with a potato peeler?
There was a guy.
Well, if you're the Joker.
Well, yeah,
There-
you got to be real personal.
Here's the
with that
thing.
potato
Here's the
peeler.
thing. If you limit some, this is what's so hard about that discussion and debate is it's if you limit someone, a bad person,
Yeah.
an evil person is going to find a way.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then
Sorry, excuse me.
The real
That's cool.
not to say that there shouldn't be certain restrictions on certain things that
Yes.
people can get.
Right.
I think that that's actually a good idea.
Right.
The problem that really needs to be addressed and is a much harder, longer problem is the problem of evil.
The moral issue.
People suck.
Yeah.
That's really the end.
And that's not going to change.
Yeah.
I mean-
we can do our best to prepare against it, but
Right.
My
It's-
only
yeah.
argument for the Second Amendment at this point, because people will be like, we need to defend against the government, and I'm like, well, have fun. Have fun fighting that predator drone strike with your shotgun. That would be great. And then people will be like, okay, self-defense. I'm like, yes, okay, I agree. But then my
The
real
Second Amendment is the right to arm bears.
Yeah,
That's right.
it's a real classic one, George Washington. But like really, my
Really
only
liked bears.
the one that really appeals to my heart is this. Guns are dope. It's like, that's really about it. That's about as far as my argument goes. So pistons, pistols.
Yeah.
Trains were cool though. I was thinking pistons because of trains.
Yeah, it's
Pistons
weird.
are also in car engines.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
really
yeah.
think about it, but
Apparently a piston. So my dad explained this to me that a piston, a normal piston like just goes up
Yes.
and down,
Yeah.
but there's a kind of piston that's circular.
Ooh.
Because the problem with a piston that goes up and down is half of it is losing energy. Because you gain the energy by pushing, but when it comes back down, it's not doing anything. So there's this different kind of piston that it just sends it in, like just is circular.
Interesting.
And that actually generates.
Is that-
it's constantly making.
is that what powers the
energy.
Germans' cars?
Something like that. Yeah.
Probably, that makes sense. The BMWs.
Yeah,
The Volkswagens.
that would make sense. But anyways, that was oh, I just touched Ian's leg. Oh, how you doing? How you doing, Reese?
Randy out here.
Kinky.
He's in his jorts.
You got his cut off.
Feet are out.
It's getting warm in here.
Oh.
Q is for QR code. Do you know what the QR stands for?
No.
What do you think it stands for?
Quickly. Ready.
Quickly ready.
Quantitative receptor.
Okay,
Is that right?
you both suck.
Oh, wow.
Is a quick response.
Oh.
So a quick response code.
What?
You know what a QR code is, right?
Yeah, no, of course.
Of course. Yeah, it's the little grid of squares.
Yeah, it's all
that
little
you can
squares and
scan.
dots. It's like a
Do you have a
barcode,
QR
basically.
reader on your phone currently?
No, because they're useless in my opinion.
Every time that like I'm faced with a QR code, I'm like, right, I don't have a scanner for this.
I like them for marketing stuff, but I never have one on my phone.
I'm never like ready for
I
it.
think they're cool though.
Yeah.
I like how they look on things.
Mm-hmm.
More than anything else, I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah.
It looks more professional if you have a QR code on something, I think. But
Well, yeah, and it depends on your look.
yeah.
If you're going for nature,
Well, yeah,
a naturey look.
you have a very like handmade look about your
some
your
of it,
table.
yeah.
You
about
should make
table.
your own QR code. Like, so you can be like,
just draw it. Oh gosh,
drip ink on it.
that'd be
Like,
terrifying. R is for
railroads.
well, okay.
All right. Well,
What if there were no
reactor.
oh
Nuclear.
say it again?
Nuclear reactor.
Nuclear.
nuclear.
Nuclear reactor.
Nuclear. How do I say nuclear?
Russians.
Nuclear.
Nuclear.
Man. See, this is why you gotta prepare, guys.
Yeah.
Look at me, all this dead air.
So reactor. Well, yeah, reactor, like the arc reactor, Iron Man.
Sure, or a nuclear one. That's an actual reactor. It's around in the world today.
Real. Oh, I was gonna say this. Speaking of like being prepared, I was like looking at. I looked up A to Z list of technology
Nice.
before I came. So I was like,
That's what I should have done.
but there was one. They're all designed for old people. So there was one like it was like a list, A to Z list of technology, and it was like A was like app, and then B was like I don't know, some garbage, and then C was cyberbullying. I was like, oh, where do I get that at? That sounds great. Yeah.
There's something called the School of A to Z, guys, and it's like basically cheat codes for our podcast.
Wait, what?
Look.
Oh no, I think that's what I was looking at earlier. Yeah, one of them is for C. It's cyberbullying.
Oh, router. We could do router.
A router? What does a router do?
Router. But I barely
God,
know it.
I don't know what, dude. I'm not like a hacker. I plug the in and I go to YouTube. It probably, let's see. You got the internet service provider that connects all the computers together.
The ISP.
That's right, the ISP, and then you probably route to that. Probably with the router. So it takes your computer,
sure it's
routes it to the internet service provider, and allows you to access the World Wide Web.
Maybe it's a router. If
Yeah, it
it's
could be that.
A router. Would you say route or route? Like for a road?
ROUTE. Yeah, route.
A route.
What about Route 66? It's not Route 66.
That's because they're Western hillbillies.
Cowboys.
Cowboys.
Wow. Calm down.
Sorry.
Jeez.
That was rude to all our
S-
Western hillbilly fans.
All three of them. S is for...
Space.
I was gonna say Spinal
Space.
Tap.
That's a movie. I was like, that's a band. I'm like, no, that's a mockumentary about a band.
Man,
It goes to 11.
Siri.
The way you said that just made me think, or else against the hose again.
Would you like me to look for you?
Siri.
Siri.
Sexting.
Sex robot. Wait, is that what it says on the list? I told you it's for old people. I like sexting.
How do you describe sexting to a 70-year-old?
It's like, it's where take a
Yeah, you just take a picture of your genitals
Yeah, I'd be like,
and you send it to somebody.
How on your flip phone there's a camera?
Yeah.
Now put that in your pants.
No, they're like...
Shove it up your butt.
No, start from the beginning.
It's like,
Explain to me. I'm a
yeah.
70-year-old man.
you know, so...
I was going to say woman.
Well, things could change. Yeah, so you know your phone, right?
Yeah,
So get out your flip phone.
Yeah.
So you see the camera feature here? Click
What's
here.
a camera?
Well, okay.
How old are you?
So now
Are you from the 1700s?
we don't have a gunpowder anymore for the flash. We do it naturally.
Gunpowder? What's gunpowder?
Gunpowder.
From the Middle Ages now.
But I barely know her.
We have a fulcrum.
So I said, yeah. So you know, get out your phone.
Are you familiar with the pyramids?
Space Fulcrum.
We're going to space.
So yeah. So you see this. Hit this button on your phone.
I don't like this role
Now,
play.
I'm gonna need you to take your top off.
But I'm a man.
I like men nipples. What's wrong with
Yeah, you don't know me.
Yeah, you don't know what
I
he likes.
forgot it was a man.
That's staying in.
Right? Is that one of the special features?
We should have an unrated, uncut version that our parents can't access. We lock it and don't tell our
I
parents.
got a stitch in my side.
Yeah, pay for that
I'm
one.
so old.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Sorry, about sexting or
sexting is our.
Yeah.
Okay, fine.
Are we gonna sexting?
We could do
Siri.
What did you say?
smartphones.
Siri is what you said.
Siri.
Smartphones.
What accent is your Siri currently on?
On my Android?
Oh, you don't have it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
There's a ton of different ones. Apparently, if you set it to a different one, like it can listen to that accent better. So like if I had an Australian accent, I would use the Australian Siri. And this is like with Alexa and all
Crikey.
that stuff. She's like,
Stand left of the alligator.
Crikey, khakis. Oh god, I'm really bad at Australian accents. I was in Austin Powers.
I'm not good at it either.
Australia.
Australia.
It's a roo.
I'm terrible at accents because I'll start with one and it just devolves into Scottish.
I have to really think about it if I'm gonna do an accent. Like I gotta really
have a phrase prepared.
I gotta meditate on it, or else I'll lose it real quick, and it'll just be me sounding like an idiot.
So most of the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Good. T is for telephone.
Fine.
Bring, bring.
Hello.
Did you get my picture?
I loved your hairy nipples.
Oh, goody.
We're cutting that. That's the worst.
It's my new ringtone. Mr. Butler.
Like a doctor's office.
What I loved about...
Did you get my picture? I love your hairy nipple. Oh, God.
What I love about the telephone is they said the telephone will never work because everyone would have to have one. Like that was the reason they were like, which is fair. Like that actually that makes sense because you have
Lights will never work because everyone would have to have them.
No.
Cars would never
That's
work
stupid.
because
No,
everyone.
No. Idiot. No, because
I get what you're saying.
It's a
I'm sorry.
communication device.
Yeah, but two people could have them. They'd still
well,
work.
it's like Facebook or like any of the social medias. They only work if everybody has it or most people have it.
I mean, Yik
Like
Yak was pretty great. And that was like...
What is Yik Yak?
Oh,
that's the commenting thing for your area, right?
Yeah.
That was pretty
like
great,
high
actually.
schoolers and college students.
That was
only.
great. You would it was basically like Twitter for your local area.
It got perverse.
Good.
Oh, people
Good.
baiting on there.
What if the internet was never anonymous? What if it was always specifically tied to you? Everything that you said.
It basically is.
No, well, no, because
FBI knows, man.
They
well,
know.
they could probably figure it
Alright,
out.
well, that's true.
But, like, let's just assume...
The common individual doesn't know what everyone's doing.
Everyone always knows. Like,
Yeah.
Imagine a world where it's always been tied directly to you. The C was cyberbullying. I'm wondering if that would be as much of an issue. If it would still be a thing that people would just be, like, yelling
people
at
bullied each other in the real life before.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying, is now the anonymity helps
It's funny
people.
or not? No, I don't believe that.
Jeez!
Sorry.
It's old bully Ian. He likes it.
Too late.
Is that a sadist or a masochist?
Masochist, I think.
Masochist.
If you
Well,
like
if
it,
I
I think
like
it's a masochist, yeah.
I'm just used to it.
U is for...
Oh,
umami.
Your
mommy.
Umami, yeah, umami. Fatty foods. Upload?
Oh.
URL.
Oh.
What's a URL? What does that stand for?
It's a website address. Stupid fool. Do you not use the internet?
I'm saying for our listeners, you idiot.
Oh, my bad. For the, like, either the 4-year-olds or the 80-year-olds. What's a URL?
Well, yeah, I guess how did they get here without following
That's true.
URL?
That's true. Well, apps don't have URLs. You just sort of press picture buttons. And
if you could upload your brain to a computer.
This is that one Johnny Depp movie.
Sure.
The one Blade Runner movie. Both of them, actually.
Both.
I think of them, really.
Johnny Depp was
Oh,
not...
the Transcendence.
Yeah, it was a movie.
You had a massive glob of spit come out of your mouth, and that was wonderful.
Ugh, gross.
Primal.
Yeah, you didn't like it?
I really didn't see it.
Okay.
I heard really bad things. So.
V is for...
Ooh.
Verizon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vespers.
Ooh.
Sorry. No, that's like
Wait, what's a Vesper?
It's like a morning vesper. I think it's like a morning religious ritual.
Oh, I thought it was a vehicle. It feels like a vehicle.
Viper.
Vespa.
Dodge.
You're thinking of a
I'm
Vespa.
thinking of a Vespa.
Dodge Viper.
Like
That's technically a car.
Technology, bro.
Yeah. It's a car. Viper. You know? It's a sweet Dodge sports
We'll
car.
do a Cars episode. Viper.
You already did. It was called Vehicles.
Okay, that's a good point.
Well, we can go more specific.
Vehicles.
Boats.
Vehicles
are
cop
kind of
out,
technology.
but cool.
So I've got
What's your favorite vehicle?
Viper.
Shut up. I hate you.
Viper. But I barely know her. I was having any of those jokes I can work in the future.
How do you think that one went? If you could rate that joke that you
Oh,
just
that's
gave.
like a 2.
Out of 3.
One time I was out of 1. No, one time I was at Chick-fil-A. I've been trying to make the joke all day. And so someone came up and I was like, "Hey, can I get a refill of water?" And I was like, "Water? I barely know her." And the customer was like, "Have a good day." I was like, "Wait, come back."
I was once running the drive-thru at Chick-fil-A, and
Did you both work at Chick-fil-A?
different ones, but yeah. I said, "Welcome to Chick-fil-A. How may I pleasure you?"
All right, kinky Chick-fil-A. How would you like your milkshake? Would you like a cherry?
I'm no chick brings all the boys to the yard.
I like some whipped cream on top.
One time, my friend was cleaning the ice cream machine, and it was like in the evening, so like I had a headset on, and she had a headset on because we were doing drinks, and she accidentally left her mic on, and she was cleaning the ice cream machine, right? And I'm sitting there, I'm taking the order, and I'm like, yeah, what kind of drink can I get you? And she spills hot water in her hand, but she screams in pain.
Yes.
Understand?
As you do.
Right.
But the scream, it's not like, it's kind of ambiguous. She kind of goes,
All right.
like on the headset.
Well, all right.
And the guy like leans in and is like, "Excuse me?" I was like, "You say cookies and cream?" And he was like, yeah. And he drove around. I was like, "Oh my lord."
Oh man.
That's so great.
Oh god.
I imagine her being like, "I should stifle this so that a scream doesn't go through the PA." Instead, it's going to go,
We're just moaning now.
So we're back on that ASMR.
Podcast, yeah. Ian just leaned in real close and moaned into that.
I got you, boy.
That was good.
My side.
That's for you.
My side hurts.
Our parents, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, Mom. And the ladies are facing us down. I'm sorry, Sam.
Oh god.
My brother's listening to this. Oh, God. Oh,
you might have to cut that.
Oh, that was good.
That's too spicy.
W is for Wi-Fi. You know what Wi-Fi means?
Wireless.
Internet.
People say it means wireless fidelity, but it doesn't. It literally doesn't mean anything. It's just a made-up term. But
I hate techies.
But it's by the wireless local
I said
area.
the F word. You're gonna want to. That slipped out. My bad. 132.
I remember.
So that's Wi-Fi.
I just like flicked off the entire tech industry.
Oh, God.
What's the next one?
X is for...
There wasn't an X on the website, so
You're going to have to find an X.
Xylophone.
Is that technology?
That's a musical instrument. God, that's like the first X letter I could always think of.
Well, yeah, it's that or Xerxes.
X-rays?
X-rays. Well, okay. We've already used it for an episode, but I'll let it...
Was it medical? I wasn't on that one.
Ah, you weren't on that
count.
one.
Doesn't count.
X-rays. Yeah, nothing like a Marie Curie getting all radiated. Good work.
Is it wrong to laugh?
So she died of radiation poisoning,
Yeah,
right?
cancer.
Yeah.
She just like plutonium herself.
She got cancer from the radiation, right?
Maybe it's been straight up like radiation, like
she
poison.
just,
Well, because she was dealing with radium,
Right.
the radiest of radiated
There you go.
Yeah.
rocks.
She just threw up a lot and her bowels fell out, basically. That's what happened.
Oh no!
That poor lady.
Y is for
YouTube.
ah.
Yeah, all right.
I started writing YouTube instead of X-ray.
It's a better technology than
right.
X-rays.
I love YouTube, man. It's coarse and it's rough.
It's everywhere.
It gets everywhere. YouTube's great, man. I remember when I first saw, I think the first like real viral YouTube video I saw. It's not really even that viral. It's like tops like 10 million views. It's called Supersonic Electronic, and it's of this weird Eastern European band doing a song about hey baby, wake up from your sleep. There's like all these weird sexual innuendos too, and then he's talking about like his rocket ship, and I'm just like, man, he owns a rocket ship. That's pretty cool. Because I was like 10, you know.
I think the first time I spent a long time on YouTube was at my friend's house. David Mato called me out. It's like 6th grade. We spent like 2 hours just watching stupid videos on YouTube. Yeah. It was a good time.
I remember watching Homestar Runner videos.
Okay.
Because like that was pre-YouTube, right?
I think so.
Because he was just putting up like QuickTime videos or whatever,
Right.
Flash or whatever it was. But, jeez. Speaking of YouTube, we're now on YouTube.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Well, we will be by the time I post this episode.
There you go.
So, yeah. Well, we
It's
now.
on YouTube, man.
Yeah. I mean,
Right.
there's no video feed. It's just
Subscribe.
Thankfully.
just an image.
So, alright. So, we have an Instagram page also, which
Yeah.
you failed to mention to me.
Oh.
My sister texted me. Literally, it was you and my sister that followed that page. And my sister texted me. She was like, "Hey, did you know your podcast has a has an Instagram?" I was like, "No, I had no idea." I'm glad you told me.
Yeah.
I'm like in this podcast.
we have 4 followers.
Yeah,
it's me, you, Ian isn't.
No.
Your sister.
Yeah.
And then some dude.
Some dude.
No way.
What's his
yeah.
name? What's it?
I want to say his name is Brian.
Hey, Brian. Thanks for listening.
Yo, what's up,
Yeah.
Brian?
Shout out to Brian.
Oh yeah, Brian.
Thanks, man.
And
Tell your friends.
He's a storyboard artist.
Oh, very
No way.
cool.
Isn't that cool?
Very cool.
So I
love you, Brian.
I kind of wonder if he's following us by accident. Well, I guess we'll find out. After this, we'll be like, yeah, I don't want to listen anymore.
Yeah. You
But-
called us out.
Yeah. So yeah, we're on YouTube now.
Dude.
So you can. I know there's a few people that have said like they would listen
If it
if it was on YouTube because it's an easier way.
We're gonna have this
follow,
weird
so-
spread out audience over a couple different platforms.
Yeah, and that one's gonna kind of suck because it's gonna be hard. I mean, it's easy to measure the views because it's on YouTube, but
Right.
all the other ones, all the views get sent to SoundCloud, and that tells us.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so,
I
like-
didn't know it all compiled onto SoundCloud.
Yeah,
That's cool.
yeah,
So we'll
'cause,
have
like,
to
you
add YouTube count with SoundCloud
Yeah,
count. Okay.
which I mean, it's not that hard. It's
No.
just 2 numbers. It's not like we have to do that for everything. So.
2 + 2. How much is that?
It's delicious is what it is.
Speaking of the Instagram, though,
Yes.
we should take a picture tonight. but also we should
take a picture of Eve. You could join back in.
On that note,
No, you should leave the part where we thank Brian though.
Yeah, shout out
I like
Brian,
thanking our audience. I think that's good.
That's all we have.
Shout out.
That's good.
Y is for
YouTube.
We
Oh,
actually
we
did
did.
that.
Numa, man. Numa hit me. Numa.
Oh, I need your phone. I need
It's
to look.
Numa,
I need to look something up.
Me?
I guess I can do it on my phone because no, I don't want to move it. Give me your phone.
My phone. I turned it
So
off.
Z,
My phone's dead.
Z, it's not dead. Z.
Zombie.
I just need
I'm
to,
joking. It's
of course it is.
It's a technology.
No, I'm looking for a specific one. Z is for. Where's your keyboard? What the heck?
You know what we should do instead of bands for a
give
topic?
us-
We can edit this one out too.
No, we're not. Whatever you're saying, it's going in.
Okay, we should
Choose
do
your words carefully.
Christian bands.
Oh yeah, Counting Crows.
Dude. Newsboys.
What's that one? What's that one band with the Christmas shoes? I was just talking about
Oh,
Christmas
it's
shoes.
such
Oh.
a bad song.
That's a great
It's
song.
fantastic
That's a
song.
bad song.
My
best
mom
song.
always cries to
I-
it. It makes me want to
I-
cry.
The kid's a hustler. The kid's such a
No,
hustler.
all right.
Walt White, dude.
I'm in the sequel department. It's like 12 in the morning. Everyone's doing finals. I make them play Christmas song. It's like March. Like it's not even Christmas anymore.
Christmas shoes?
Yeah, I make them play Christmas shoes. Literally, Brunner was in the room too. It was so good. And then we put it over a Japanese music video and sunk it up. It was a good meme.
Perfect.
It was a good meme.
That's real good.
Yeah. Anyway.
Dude, Toby Mac,
Oh hell yeah.
a luminescent talent.
Yeah.
No, he's a hack. He is.
Z is for Zettabyte. Okay, so we're all familiar with kilobyte or megabyte. That's what most
Gigabyte.
things are.
Terabyte.
Yeah.
So like a photo is like a megabyte.
Sure.
Okay, ish.
Kind of a big photo, but yeah.
Yeah. How much space do you have on this computer or on this phone? It's a computer. It's not.
Hand computer. About 128 gigabytes.
Okay. So a zettabyte is a multiple of the unit byte for digital information. The prefix zeta indicates multiplication by the 7th power of 1,000,
Such good
or
audio.
10 to the 21st.
Such good audio.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Are you writing that down, dear listeners?
well, here's for comparison.
This is where it gets good.
I'm sorry.
Okay. From I'm just reading this off Wikipedia, whatever. From 1986.
Plagiarism. We endorse it.
From 1986
Do it,
to
kids.
2007, the world's technological
to coach.
capacity to receive information through one-way broadcast networks was... Oh, jeez, this is stupid.
This is the best audio. What's a zettabyte, Anderson? Is it just a really big terabyte?
Dang it.
Is that what
Hang
it
on.
is?
Hang on.
Or is it really small?
Okay. In 2003, Mark Lieberman has calculated the storage requirements for all human speech ever spoken as 42 zettabytes,
So it's real big. is
if
what I'm guessing.
digitized.
So it's real big is what I'm guessing.
Yeah. In 2007, humankind successfully sent 1.9 zettabytes of information through broadcast technology such as televisions and GPS.
And you know what?
In
bet
2008, Americans alone consumed 3.6 zettabytes of information
Oh, we're such awful people.
per
We
2009.
just sit on the couch
study.
and like eat whatever they shovel into our mouths.
And yeah, I was gonna say.
They're like, get
As
a Dyson. Get a Dyson. I gotta get a Dyson. Watch Friends. Yes. I love Phoebe.
As of 2009, the entire World Wide Web was estimated to contain close to 500 exabytes, or half a zettabyte. Okay? In 2013, one expert
What's the Q one, Anderson?
One
Sorry.
expert estimated that an amount of data
Quaterbytes.
that the amount of data generated worldwide would reach 4 zettabytes by the end of the year.
That's not that much.
But that's an increase
When
of
you said 42, I was like, wow, that's
that's
all
an
human
increase
speech.
of 800%.
Okay, well
over-
now it seems like
That's an increase of 800% over 3 years.
well, I mean, if you think it was on the internet.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh, 3 years?
Yeah.
It's just
Oh.
3 years, isn't it?
So then here's the
Man,
next
we're
number.
talking too much.
This is the
We
last
need to-
number.
we need
By
to-
The
2000
aliens are gonna
helping?
come.
This isn't helping.
by 2025,
We're part of the problem.
the global data sphere will grow to
That's a good word.
163 zettabytes.
God, the aliens are gonna have so much info on us.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like this was probably a zettabyte. This little Wikipedia
That's
thing.
zettabytes.
Yeah.
Whatever.
No, I think it was very interesting, Anderson. Thank you.
No, you're welcome.
I listened attentively.
No, I actually do think it was. It's interesting that 42 is all of human speech throughout history, and we're about to hit 4 in the next 3 years.
42, as in
all of
the answer to all things.
It's a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy reference.
It's nice.
Did you catch that?
It's a really weird movie, bro.
Did you catch
For
that?
our Hitchhiker's fans out there.
Now we know our technology ABCs.
Are we done?
Next time, won't you sing with me?
Hey guys, thanks for listening. We really appreciate your traffic, appreciate your time, appreciate you spending some time with us. It means a lot to us. If you liked the episode, leave it a review. If you didn't like the episode, you can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Stitcher, SoundCloud, iTunes, whatever. Be sure to share us. Send us to your friends. Send us to your mom. I don't know about that last one. And then also be sure to follow us on Instagram too. So be sure to look us up at, what's our Instagram again?
The ABC Pod.
ABC Pod.
Cast.
on the gram.
It's just the ABC
On
Pod.
the ABC Pod.
Is it just
We're just the ABC Pod.
That was weak.
Because it's 3
we got
words.
it.
Are we gonna
We're gonna keep this all this whole outro?
We're cutting. This is it. That's
This is it? All right.
We're done. If you're interested in more episodes, show notes, and other oddities, visit our website, theabcpod.blogspot.com, and follow us on social media at theabcpod. Theme song by Mr. Putney and Seamus the Sheep. If you'd like to send us a complaint, topic idea, or just anything else, shoot us an email, theabcpod@gmail.com.